All right, we're back on Project Bullseye once again. We've got a universal factory tank from FiTech with a electric fuel pump system, sending unit. This is a complete system from FiTech, super simple, so let's get started. So we're gonna measure all the way to the bottom. So we're gonna set this roughly 7 5/8 or so. Next, obviously we have a pressure feed and a return line. So it says the opaque line, we're gonna take, measure it, and we're gonna snip it and cut it, and it's gonna go against my fuel pump, and we're gonna have to cut the metal bracing as well. All right, so we got everything laid out. I got my measurements made. I'm gonna go ahead and clip my fuel pump hose off, get it heated up so we can seat it. I've got to clip the back end bone, as I'm gonna call it, for the fuel pump so I can get it zip tied together. Got my backing strap cut, ready to mount the pump, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut my fuel pump hose first. Recommends to heat it up with a heat gun. Just heat this up with the heat gun a little bit. While it's warm, I'm gonna go ahead and move my clamp down and get it into place as well. Pull my return line out. I'm gonna leave my return hose out to the side, but I am gonna pull my wiring down to the pump, cut the excess off. We're ready for install. All right, as you can see, we got our pump mounted. Everything's zip tied, wires are tucked back out of the way. Last step, we're gonna cut the return line 45-degree angle, about 1/4 inch from the base of the tank. All of our machine screws, it recommends to run the rubber O-ring on the screw before screwing these down into the tank and to the fuel pump housing. I'm gonna put my pump and my return both hard feeds towards the front of the vehicle. I'm not gonna run them down super tight. I'm just gonna run them all down at the same time so it pinches my rubber seal or my foam gasket evenly. Up next, the sending unit. Same thing. I've got my arm set to 1/8 below the seal that goes up under the sending unit mount plate. I also cut the excess off. Last thing to do, guys, is bolt it into tank. Pretty simple. Make sure you fit the ball in without knocking it off its pedestal. And we need to align my bolt holes. There are some relief cuts in the tank for the width of the sending unit as well, which makes it a breeze to drop it right in. Once again, it is a liquid area, so the screws itself have O-rings already on them from the manufacturer. Get one started and get the rest of them in before I tighten them up, just like before. Kind of a rinse, wash, and repeat. Once again, my star pattern, make sure it torques down evenly as possible so we don't have any leaks. If you do this a couple times too, you'll notice right off the bat, as you go from across the way, the bolts usually, or screws adjacent to the one you just tightened up, will loosen up. You can feel it. That way you know everything's going down uniformly. It's just a good way to do it.